Hey everybody, this is Six. Welcome. And I want to say that this particular playthrough that I'm doing is a game called Crystalis from the original Nintendo system. Whew, way back in the day. I consider this one a special playthrough because this game was introduced to me at a very young age by my late aunt. And she actually got me into, well, as any kid would, she got me into gaming, but she also got me into science fiction and fiction novels and pretty much everything that I'm pretty much enjoying today is because I experienced it through her. And I just wanted to do this video as a particular tribute to her because this was actually one of the first games that I can honestly remember that was an action type RPG that I actually watched her play. Like she actually was a gamer just as much as I am now. And I actually watched her play this game all the way through. There were quite a few games that she actually introduced me to, but like I said before, this was one of the first large games. Like it was at her house when I first played the original NES. We were playing the first Super Mario, and she was the one that pretty much told me. She said, "Hey, if you go down that hole, you'll get an extra life. Did you know that?" And that was my first experience. I think I was like 5 or 6 years old or something like that. And I listened to her, and she's like bust out laughing, like what? But anyway, yeah, that was my aunt. Love her to death. But she was the one that really got me into this game in particular, Crystalis. This was actually a pretty solid action type RPG from the NES that I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed watching her play through this, and then I enjoyed myself playing through. I played this at a very young age to beat this game. Now, though, doing this playthrough, I couldn't believe I was struggling so much. I don't know, maybe, is that some type of a correlation? Can somebody please tell me this in the comments if, like, age actually is a correlation to skill? Is that really a thing? Because I don't remember dying as much originally playing this. I just really don't. But anyways, so so yeah, I'm just doing a playthrough of this, basically in tribute to her. And I, when I was actually doing this playthrough, I really enjoyed this. It just brought back some awesome memories. So okay, so let's get started. So apparently, what happened in the story was the Earth. I guess there was war and destruction. The planet went off of its axis, apparently, and just everything turned into monsters. I never understood the story behind this. It was just basically just going along for the ride and enjoying the game. Sorry, but like, and apparently the main character, the character that you play as, is brought back from, I guess, from some sort of futuristic cryo sleep, if I'm not mistaken. It's like a mix between ancient technology and futuristic technology because there's like a tower in the sky and like the world is destroyed, but they're trying to rebuild. And I'm so sorry everybody, but I'm just trying to do my best to understand what's going on. But it was just an awesome game. So okay, so first things first, I wake up and I'm in this village, the first village. There's a few items that I can purchase. There's some armor, the inn shop. This is a very basic game, but it was just still really enjoyable. So okay, so I go to the inn, I can rest, heal myself up. This game, honestly, when me and my aunt played this, it really taught me what the grind is. Seriously. Because you gotta really grind to level up, and this was my first experience having that. Before I started playing, like more traditional RPGs and such, it was this game. So it gave me a handle on how to have the patience to just keep grinding and leveling yourself up in order to make yourself strong enough to, get to the next portion of the game. It's literally required. You can't really skate around it. And a lot of games, a lot of RPGs are like that. And one thing that I did realize is that the Japanese RPGs, the JRPGs, I didn't realize for a long time that you can actually level up way, way, way higher and just breeze through the game. I guess it was more of a patience thing for me because I never realized that I could actually go that long, level up. It would take a really long time and then just breeze through the game. I basically just, did I wouldn't say the bare minimum, but the amount required in order to get to the next section. So that's how I learned about the grind. But fortunately for me and for you guys watching this, I use the power of YouTube to not have to subject you guys to a 90-hour video. I can just literally just breeze through it if I have to in order to, keep the story flow going and make it more coherent. So yeah, that's what I did. Like all the parts where I have to just keep walking around stabbing creatures all day is not existing in this video. I just did not want it that way. Oh, hey, he said my name. It's Zebu. Okay, so let me bring you up to speed of what's going on. So there's a windmill outside that I need to get to work in order to get to the next section. And apparently there's supposed to be someone I'm looking for. It's like I said, here we go. All this was just the grind, just to, level up high enough so that I can get some better armor. I got $82. Is that $82? I still don't have enough. But, okay, so I have enough to get the flute though. The flute, okay, I got the alarm flute. The alarm flute is used. What was the alarm flute? The alarm flute is used to wake someone up. But as far as what I remember, yeah, it's in the cave. There's a guy in the cave because one of the villagers, I think, mentioned that somebody was like, usually they just like, they're in the cave and they fall asleep. It was something like that. I couldn't exactly remember. But yeah, they're in the cave and I gotta find them, wake them up, and then I get the windmill key. So that's as far as I can remember. So, and also, killing monsters along the way, getting my level up. And let's see what's... okay. So see, I went in here before, but I don't think I talked to the other person first to have them pop up, which is an annoying trope in a lot of different games. It can actually stop your progress because you won't know what you're doing. But anyway, so, okay, so I have this item. Now I'll just, boom. Okay, there he is. He's up. He said, don't do that again. How about you don't go to sleep in the middle of a cave? Well, anyway, he gave me the windmill key. So now I can go back to the windmill and turn it on. And then we just see, I guess, what happens after that. Okay, so here we go. And this game is just so weird, just trying to figure out how to use everything. There we go. Windmill key. And I think I have to use it the same way I used the wake. Okay, yeah. Cool. Okay, so it's on. And let's see. New area opens. So yeah, my aunt, she actually introduced me to this game. She had me playing, I don't think it was the first Zelda, the first Legend of Zelda that she introduced me to. I think that may have been my uncle, because it was a combination of my aunt and my uncle. But I spent more time around my aunt, but my uncle had way more games. So I got introduced to, oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. now I have new magic. Refresh will help me, to refill my health if it gets low. Yeah, there it is, the one down the bottom. That's another thing that I liked about this game. They gave you so many different abilities that you just had to learn them. But I mean, it was actually pretty cool. So yeah, I would say the first Zelda he introduced me to, my uncle. The second Zelda, Zelda 2, which is the one I have a really special spot for, she introduced me to. She used to play it all the time. And I'm sure if you guys have ever played Zelda 2, that particular music, the one where you're fighting against the enemies and it turns into a side-scrolling screen when you meet them in the battlefield, like when you run into the actual, the enemy, I guess the enemy character that's running around during the free roam, that song is like embedded in my brain because I used to hear it all the time. I used to hear it all the time. I love it though, but it's there. But yeah, she introduced me to that. She introduced me to Zelda, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, which is still one of my all-time favorite Zelda games. There were just so many games that she introduced me to, and hopefully I can get them on the channel because I definitely will. But this one is just my first foray into that. Yeah, she had me. She really had me playing this game. There were so many parts where I got frustrated. So many parts where I died, but nowhere near as many times as now as an adult playing this game. I died so many times. Of course, it's not going to be in the playthrough because it would take forever, but I just remember I remember it was way easier for me as a child, which is it's so funny. I'm pretty sure a lot of other people have really dealt with that too. Okay, so another thing that they introduced in this game, which I really enjoyed, was the different weapons that you get. You get 4 different swords, but each one represents a different element. I think there's the sword of wind, the sword of water, the sword of fire, and the sword of thunder, if I'm not mistaken. And then you get those boosts, the ones that charge up boosts, and they do different things. They do damage, but they have special abilities, like the wind can destroy, I think you can destroy rock structures if it's strong enough. Yeah, see, I have level 2 now, so I think it was strong enough to destroy rock structures. The water, it was strong enough to destroy, if I'm not mistaken, I think no, it can't be ice, can it? I don't know. It's basically everything had a correlation. So I think the ice one, oh no, the ice structures were destroyed by the sword of fire. I think the other one, I think was water, and I think you could make ice bridges. It was just it was really interesting how they implemented it. And each, like the enemies, they do damage depending on which weapon you use. So some weapons, it just won't even affect the enemy. It'll just make like a glass cling sound because it's the wrong sword that you're using. I got poison. That's one thing that I couldn't stand about this game. The poison effect does not run out unless you either heal yourself or you go to an end. And sometimes you'll be in the middle of a dungeon and you'll just be stuck and don't have anything, and you just have to keep dealing with that until you either die or you just get rid of it, and it's super annoying. But yeah, so far now these rock structures I should be able to destroy as long as I do it correctly. There we go. So we get new passageways into new areas. We can progress, and of course, I'll stop during my travels and try to level up, because as you can see, it does take quite a while to level up against these very weak beginner enemies. I'm literally at level 3. So yeah, this game really is a grind. This is one of those games that is like relentlessly a grind. So it's like I said before, I will not be subjecting everybody to watching an hour and a half of just slicing with a sword unless it has to do with the plot. So you guarantee I will be skipping through that. Okay, I am kind of anticipating a boss fight coming up soon. As far as I can, yeah, look, that is a room. So all this stuff that I'm skipping through is actually me leveling up, and I leveled up once. That's how you know it's a grind. That's crazy. That was about a good, like maybe 10 minutes of just out there just slicing enemies. But yeah, I'm not subjecting you guys to that. I don't condone that. But okay, so let's see what we got. We got $163. Let's see what I can get. Can I get this shield finally? Yeah, cool. Okay, so at least I have a little bit more defense. And I'll just grab a few items here if I can. Or not, maybe. Okay, so I should be able to fight this enemy, this boss. Or at the very least, maybe I could attempt to fight it to see how strong it is, and if it does destroy me, I already have it saved, so I can just, yeah. Let's see how it goes. Why not? And it doesn't hurt to, get a little bit of, destroy a little bit of enemies along the way, just in case I do happen to level up again. That's always a plus, but yeah, I'm not just gonna sit around and just keep going through that for the next hour. But anyway, okay, so I think I'm almost back to where I was at. I didn't want to take a lot of damage either because I don't have many items, but we'll see how it works. Okay, so we're almost there, I think. Right to where the enemies. Yep, so let's see. I knew it. Looks like the first boss. He's got his bat friends helping him, but this is pretty straightforward. I don't see a health bar either, so I don't know how. These bats are actually whacking me a few times. Wow, that was actually pretty fast. I'm only on level 4. Rabbit boots. I think the rabbit boots let me jump probably over different obstacles and such, but that was actually, I thought I was gonna actually lose to that boss, but apparently not. So imagine if I can actually level up. If I would level 10 or something and just took the time out to level up for 2 hours. No, I'm not gonna do that. But anyway, okay, I'm in the next section. Looks like there's some grass, there's some new enemies, and okay. They give out more XP, so thank goodness. There has to be a village around here somewhere. Okay, this looks like this is the next village. And unusual statue. I'm sorry, I haven't seen any statues around, but I'm sure somewhere where I can just easily find it, I guess so. Only women? Amazon village? What's available to buy? Let's see. Okay, it's pretty straightforward here. Got $135, but I would like to see what else is available first. Let's see what armor. Same shield, but there's stronger armor and a bronze. Okay, that's pretty cool. The one thing I did like about this game too is that the different sets of armor and weapons, you can't really see them in game. I mean, come on, it's not that advanced, but it was still fun, like just, you know, working towards getting stronger in this game. This is definitely one of those type of games where when you're playing, you actually do see your progression on how strong your character gets. But the game does get more and more difficult. So my aunt actually did like show me that, especially when it came to the grind, and she was like, yeah, sometimes you just gotta take this time out and just do this for like an hour, make yourself stronger. And at first I didn't realize what was the point, but now I do. And the grind culture is in so many games. But anyways, I'm going to be doing more playthroughs of this. So I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. I definitely appreciate it. And I'll be doing this until this game is complete. So stay tuned for the next video.